Here I am today walking through a cornfield in New Jersey, and this is popular throughout the state of New Jersey at the end of the season toward Halloween and Thanksgiving. Just a different way of utilizing an empty cornfield, which has basically gone barren. It's a strange year, as normally this is a very colorful time of the season. It's mid-October 2011. And this year, because of the unpredictable weather conditions we've had, a series of 80-degree days interspersed with 60-degree days, that the leaves on the trees are still green, and in certain areas they've just gone sparse instead of changing to the beautiful fall foliage colors. And here I am walking through this field. It's kind of exciting in a way if you've ever gone through a cornfield. This is this New Yorker's first time walking through a cornfield. Probably be more exciting to go in between those and walk through those, and if there weren't these paths, I'd probably have to wait till winter to be able to get out of here. And this must be fun to go through at night though, with a flashlight. Be kind of scary. Maybe I'll throw a blue filter over this video before I post it, whether I post it on YouTube or not, and scare the bejesus out of those people who are listening. We went to a couple of these hayride fun houses, and I've got to tell you, it's a great experience. I've never done these things in my life before, growing up in New York City. One of them was the Bates Motel. It's in Pennsylvania. It's a great experience. You go on a hayride. They have a haunted house with a lot of trained, really great actors that jump out at you, scare the bejesus out of you. And the Bates Motel attract the best actors. They're not just there. We went up to the Headless Horseman up in New York State, New York, the Headless Horseman, which wasn't as great. And basically, it was because of the actors. Instead of experienced actors, you just had kids yelling out. I think we're kind of nasty. Not scary, just nasty. And the other day we went up to explore one called the Field of Screams, which was pretty neat. I loved the hayride. It was longer than the Bates Motel. It had a lot of great actors, not as great as the Bates Motel attracts again. And the other area that was pretty notable was up at Field of Screams, was that they had two sort of fun houses up at Field of Screams. And basically, in the fun house that we went into, I mean, it was an obstacle course. You were going up and down narrow staircases, through sides of like attics, fighting your way through. So it was kind of interesting. They even had walls that gave you electric shocks. And it was the kind of place, if you weren't in good health, you'd probably get hurt in there, along with sliding door cases and panels and actors jumping out up against you and people under your feet. And it was a great experience. It was a lot less expensive than the Headless Horseman or the Bates Motel. I think it was $27 for the three attractions. But it's all the way up by Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And it's about a 150-mile drive from New York City. But I'd say it's worth it. But if you're like me, don't drive that entire evening, because it's a lot of Pennsylvania highways which are high-speed nightmares to get there. Get a GPS unit for $50. It's the greatest investment I ever made in my life. I just listened to the woman and she tells me, make that right, make this left. A $50 Garmin unit is one of the best investments I ever made in my life. The other thing I'd say is, enjoy this time of the year. This is usually my most favorite time of the year. Why? Because everything turns so green and is so beautiful and so lush. And this year, for some reason, despite all the immense rainfall we've had, which should account for a lot more subtle colors this time of the year, beautiful colors because of the rainfall, seems that we just kind of missed out. And this is my little video, and I'll probably post this not on one of my regular hypnosis sites because it has nothing to do with hypnosis. But it is kind of a fun experience. And for those of you seeking a day trip, especially from New York, get yourself a zip car or an enterprise car rental, a borrowed car, or steal a car if so inclined. Get out here, just enjoy the best time, well, the best season the East Coast has to offer. Whether you go up to Woodstock, New York, which is very beautiful this time of the year, and it's like a throwback to the 60s, and enjoy the Woodstock Museum when you go up there. That's a site within itself. There's also a place that I may go up there and film, which is basically a guy spent 40 years making this whole sort of palatial estate out of rocks, like those slabs that they build those rock walls around. It's just a spectacle to see, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's up there around Woodstock. And Woodstock also has like great streams. If you like thunderstorms at night, stay at a hotel. They have the greatest thunderstorms, but watch out for the coyotes. It is still a wild area, so watch out for your pets, because they could end up as lunch for some wild animal at night. It's a great experience. The people are still throwbacks to the 60s. It's almost like the 60s haven't ended. It's just that the residents are much older at this point. There's a great artist community. There are Zen monasteries. There's a lot of fun to experience up there. And just check this out. There are people up there walking. This may jar your brains because I don't have a stabilization unit. I'm using a little Kodak hand camera, high resolution. It cost me like $92 on eBay. One of the first. But it gives a clarity, a sharpness that sort of blows away my $5,000 Sony units that we tape our hypnosis sort of informational videos on. So just enjoy this video for what it is and the people. And you can hear there's a whole bunch of people out there now. I think this is where they bring their kids sometimes in hopes that they'll be eaten or something. So stay tuned for some more videos and subscribe to our network if you really enjoy this video. Thank you. This is Professor Petrucelli in the middle of the cornfield in New Jersey saying, happy eating.